Karina baby, for the 22nd of June, we have honey sandwiches. Today isn't actually the 22nd of June, but I did go to visit your grandma and your grandpa and your Aunt Shannon and your cousins Austin and Jared. And then I did go to visit your cousin Allison and your cousin little Ryan. So, because yeah, he would be your second cousin because he's technically my nephew. But so let's get into honey sandwiches. Mrs. Bear is getting Little Bear's lunchbox ready to take to school. Little Bear helps to pack some of his favorite foods: a strawberry milkshake, a bag of chips, and an apple. "What sandwiches would you like today?" asked Mrs. Bear. "Honey, please," says Little Bear. "You had honey sandwiches just yesterday," says Mrs. Bear, "and the day before. How about something else for a change?" Little Bear can't think of anything else. Mrs. Bear looks in the cupboard. "You could have raspberry jam, crunchy peanut butter, or chocolate spread," she suggests. What else?" asks Little Bear. "There's tuna fish, cheese, or mushy bananas," says Mrs. Bear. Little Bear shakes his head. "What I'd like," he says, "what I'd really, really like is sandwiches with lots and lots of honey." Mrs. Bear laughs and cuts some slices of crunchy bread, and then she spreads them with butter and thick, sticky honey. "Yummy," says Little Bear, swinging his lunchbox all the way to school. "I've got my favorite lunch today." So he had his favorite lunch the last couple of days, and that's what he wanted again. He just wanted some butter and honey sandwiches. Do you think that would be good? Let's look at the next one in this one. This is Paul Bunyan, his great blue ox. So Paul Bunyan and his great blue ox. Look at him. Paul Bunyan was of tremendous size and strength, the strongest man that ever swung an axe. He has curly black hair, with his loving wife to comb for him each morning with great coarse-cut straw. After first parting it nicely with a broad axe, and the big black beard, which was as long as it was wide, as wide as it was long, and he was rather proud of this beard, and took great care of it. Several times every day he would pull up a young pine tree by the roots and use its stiff branches in combing and brushing it smooth. Ooh, he had a coarse brush, huh? That's what he's doing right there. He's brushing his beard. He's taking good care of his hair. Hair is very important. You always take good care of it. You wash it every day and you brush it every day. Oh, I think that's actually... Nope, that was it. That was the end of the story. And the next one is Little Women. So, Karina baby, I just want you to know how much I love you and how much I adore you and how much I miss you. I just miss you. I think about you all the time. All the time. I'm always thinking about you. I got you so much stuff. Mama's going to be moving soon, so I have to get rid of a lot of stuff. I'm giving a lot of stuff away. But I'll just get you more stuff. I want to give your papa some of your stuff next time I see him. I have school clothes here for you. I have a backpack here for you. I have books here for you. I have so much stuff for you. I have just so much stuff for you. Every time I go out, I'm like, oh, I want to get you this. So, like, you even have, a lot of clay, and you have silly putty, and you have kinetic sand, and you have all kinds of things here that I want you to actually have. even your microscope and stuff, your science projects. And then I have $50 on a card for you. I thought that I'd be able to see you by now and be able to take you like on a video tour of the store and have you pick out whatever you wanted. I love you, baby. And life isn't fair. So what you got to do is be as content as you can be. A lot of your life is your perception on life. So your mind, you have to be able, no matter what situation you're in, I don't care what situation you're in at all, you can survive anywhere. If you want to survive, it's all a mind game. You have to be able to survive. And you have to think every 6 months, your life is going to be drastically different. And 5 years from now, you're not going to remember this exact day at this exact time. And that's okay. Your mind forgets things and learns new things and grows. And you become a beautiful human being that learned all these things, forgot all these things, did all these things, forgot a lot of things that you did. It's okay. You grow into who you are and you know who you are. If you can, find a way to be free within yourself. Find your freedom, your own personal freedom that you can do by yourself or you can go to and do with other people. Find out what you like, because in this world, it feels like there's not a lot of freedom. So you have to find your own personal freedom. And you have to keep in mind, life isn't fair and it's not going to be fair. And that's okay. You get through those hurdles and you get through those challenges and you know that there's going to be another challenge, another hurdle, another obstacle, another thing you have to go through. But you count your blessings every day and you go, wow, I can be content in my own situation. Your home, where you eat and where you sleep. That's your mama's favorite sign. Home, where you eat and where you sleep. It's my favorite sign because this is your home. Your body, love on your body. Don't ever be like, oh, my body this or my body that. Your body is beautiful. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what shape it is. I don't care what size it is. I don't care. Your own personal home where you eat and where you sleep and what your legs that walk every day and take you places and your hands that pick things up and your eyes that see things, your ears that hear everything. You have a beautiful opportunity every single day of your life to be like, wow, this is my body. This is my home. This is the life that is surrounding me and I could be grateful for. I don't care what you're going through. Always take gratitude in the moment. You are there in that moment and you are moving forward. I don't want you, the past, it's gone. It's not going to be there. Every moment that goes away, it's gone. So take your moments and live them to the best possible freedom that you could get. Right now, Mama's in the process of, once again, moving, like I said, and I'm moving into freedom. I'm moving into more freedom. For me, that is going to be my own space where no one could make decisions for me. And it's going to be a good move. Just know how much I love you. Let's do. We sit and watch the rain as it falls from the sky. And we are glad to be inside where it is warm and dry. Oh yes, I do love the rain. It keeps the earth so clean and helps the pretty flowers grow from the mountains to the streams. And even when you don't have company from others, you have company from yourself. Be your own best friend. Love on yourself. I'm telling you, find things that you like to do that you can do alone. Like Mama, when I'm alone a lot, I like to trim my hair. I have split ends at the bottoms of my hair, and I will take scissors, and I will turn on the light, and I will actually trim my own hair. I don't want to get my hair cut, but I also don't want all these split ends. So I'll find a split end and I'll cut it off. And that's something that's time consuming. I could do alone by myself. And nowadays we have phones. So if I could find a movie that I want to watch, I will do that. But that's what I do a lot. I just find the dead end that's split a little bit. There's lots of different types of split ends. And I will cut it off. But find the weather that you like. find the climate that you want to be in and go and live your best life that you possibly can. This life is short, honey. And it's important that you know that you can't really take up someone else's time, and you can't really let someone else take up all your time either. Time is so incredibly valuable, and it's the only thing that we really have as human beings. Our time, like, you'll understand when you get older, they try to pay people, like, right now $10 an hour is pretty average, but I think that minimum wage might still be like $7.95 or something like that. Maybe it's $10 an hour now for minimum wage some places. I know it's $15 an hour for minimum wage other places. But think about who you are as a human being and how much your time and energy is actually really worth. You are worth everything in this entire world. You are everything in this entire world. Absolutely everybody is this incredible being, and they are everything in this entire world. And with the cost of living and stuff like that, you're worth so much more than what you're given credit for. Even if you decide to stay home and not work outside the home and work inside the home, your time is so valuable and precious. And you have to really consider what you're giving up when you give up your time and what you should be doing with that time instead of giving it to somebody else. You know, that's why you could create your own company. Like, you can't ride a bike and read a book at the same time. You're going to give up your time to ride that bike instead of reading the book, or reading the book instead of riding the bike. You know, and if you listen to a book while you're riding the bike, it's a possibility that you could get to a big accident because you're not paying attention to the world that's actually around you. In reality, there's absolutely nothing with the reality that we actually physically live in. There's nothing wrong with going to an event and actually physically seeing it and being there. Your papa likes virtual reality, and there's nothing wrong with that. He could actually go into a game and live it out as if he's living there. Mama, I can't do that so easily. I can't live inside of a game world where I feel like I'm actually there. To me, it's just a screen, and I'm pushing the same buttons over and over again in a rhythmic pattern to be able to win through a dungeon, because I was usually like a healer when I was playing with your father. But, like, think about what you're doing when you're giving up your time. Like, I gave up a lot of time to play video games, but I was really spending time with somebody that I loved. But I gave up a lot of myself and a lot of my time to be able to do that. And I really should have been doing more what I wanted to do as well. Because I don't really like TV or video games. I don't like fake reality. I like the real here and now. I like to be in the present moment and moving forward. So you have to figure out what you like to personally do. And whatever it is that you personally like to do, there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with what you personally like. Whether you like, let's say, you're 24 and you still like, Sid the Science Kid. And you're 24 watching Sid the Science Kid. There is nothing wrong with that because you personally like it. Like, there's nothing wrong with anything that you personally like. As long as you're not hurting yourself, you're not hurting others, and no one else is hurting you. Karina, I love you, and I miss you so incredibly much. I love you, baby.